Hey, third grade, this is Miss Liberty with your writing lesson for today. We are going to take another look at the book You Have to Write to help us come up with some ideas for our writing. When I was a child, I hated creative writing because I felt I didn't have anything good to write about, nothing important or exotic. Other kids went on glamorous vacations. Other kids had amazing talents, and I had a regular, boring life. It took me a while to figure out that my regular, boring life is full of lots of things I can write about. So we're going to think about this quote by Janet Wong before we begin. So what does this quote from Janet mean to you? To me, this means that she really struggled with writing when she was little. And that to me is so crazy because she is an amazing author now. So somebody who struggled as a writer when they were young is now an author. So that tells me that she figured it out. She figured out how to come up with ideas to write about. And thinking about a connection to how she feels, I have felt this way when I went to write when I was little. I also really struggled about it. And my teachers would always say, there's always something to write about, just write. And I had a really hard time coming up with things to write about. So I'm just as excited as you all are to figure out how we can use Janet's book to help us come up with ideas. Before we read. Yesterday we read You Have to Write by Janet Wong. Janet gave us lots of things we can think about as writing ideas. Today we are going to take a deeper look at these things and use them to come up with some of our own ideas for writing. I'm going to show you an example of how to brainstorm like Janet. So listen to how I take her advice and create my own stories. So when we read this book yesterday, we read about how she was talking about the dark times. So I'm going to read two examples of dark times, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you thinking about my own dark times. The rain soaked the library book I tried to keep dry under my coat. I hid the wet book in a pile in my room, almost forgetting the whole mess until the book started to grow black spots. It was a book on flowers, one spotted lily on the cover, rotting. And then she also wrote, write about the fights, write about the holes in your socks, your grandmother cracking her knuckles, your father snoring all night long. So I'm going to, click the wrong button. Hey guys. I'm going to go ahead and show you all what this looks like to write about some of our dark times. So what I'm going to use is my list over here to think about some of my own personal dark times. So I haven't had a library book get wet while I was walking, but it happened to me on the beach. So I'm going to say I read a book at the beach and it started to rain and got the book wet. So very similar to Janet's example, but this time I'm only talking about my book personally and how it got wet at the beach. Then I'm going to think about another dark time of mine when I played soccer when I was little. I fell and broke my thumb. Wait for it. Twice. I broke the same thumb twice and had to wear a cast on it. So that was another dark time for me. A third dark time that I'm going to write about is when I first learned how to ride my bike, which wasn't until I was about 12 years old. I fell off constantly, so I could write a whole story about falling off of my bike. Those are some dark times for me, but those are also really great ideas for writing. Now I'm going to stay here so we can edit the next slides. Let's brainstorm like Janet together. I will get us started and then you can share your writing ideas. So writing about the everyday things. This was one of the ideas that Janet had given us from 2 pages in her book. The first page says, wait, did you forget who you are? Who else can say what you have seen? Who else can tell your stories? And the stories of your mother and your father and your grandmother and grandfather and uncles and aunts and cousins and your dog and your cat and the fish you wish you had. Then she goes on to say, write about now, tonight, tomorrow. So writing about our everyday things. So when I look at this image right here, I have to take the trash out. And as my class knows, I bought a new puppy. I got a new puppy, and she loves to get into everything. So an everyday thing that I can write about is keeping my dog out of the trash when I bring it to the end of my driveway. I could write a whole story about that. Then I look over here and I'm using some of my picture clues. I see a Christmas tree and that reminds me of the holidays. So I could write about holiday traditions. What my family and I like to do on certain holidays. And I have to add this in here. My family and I, we always eat potato pancakes on Christmas. Something that we always do. So that's an everyday thing that happens during our holiday season. Another everyday event could be me eating some ice cream. Thinking about the picture clues, using these picture clues to help us come up with ideas. So my family and I love ice cream. So I could write about my family and their favorite ice cream flavors. So now let's take a look at things that you could write about every day. So think to yourself for a moment, what are some everyday things that you could write about? Maybe think about what happens at home. What happens at school? How about when you hang out with your friends and play with your cousins and family? See if you can get some more ideas to write using these picture clues from Janet Wong. Janet gives us some great ways to think of ideas for our writing. I am sure that during writing workshop this year, we may feel frustrated or anxious or at a loss for words. Using Janet's ideas and working with your fellow writers, we will all get through the tough times together and make our writing the best it can be because we have to write. Today on Seesaw, you are going to think about all of Janet's suggestions and then make your own list of ideas of what you can write about. Let your teacher know if you have any questions.